AITA for making my daughter go to her stepmom's xmas. I, 56M, am getting married to my lovely GF, 54F, next year. My previous wife died 2 years ago in January 2021 from health issues. We had a daughter, 23F. My daughter and late wife were incredibly close, and it hit my daughter very hard. Me and my late wife knew it was going to happen soon, so I have had time to grieve, and when she actually died I wasn't as affected by it. My late wife asked that I don't stay alone forever and find someone, so I did. I began dating my current fiancé a few months after my late wife passed. My daughter has always had an issue with us being together. At first I understood, but now I am just fed up. She asked when I first began dating her to never try to force a relationship between the two, and I agreed, hoping she'd come around, but it's been a year and a half and there is still no progress. My fiancé is extremely upset about this and has been messaging her trying to build a relationship, but to no avail. My daughter and I got into a big fight about it, and I have cut her off financially. She has a job, so she's not helpless, until she will sit and talk to my fiancé. I told my daughter that she's either going to be a bridesmaid for my fiancé in the wedding or she isn't invited at all. On to today, my daughter called me crying and begging to not come to xmas today. It's my fiancé's family's xmas and they will all be there. Everyone I need her to meet before the wedding. My fiancé had messaged my daughter last week about it and asked her to come and told her she'd be meeting her future step-siblings. My daughter, no surprise, was less than thrilled. I told her she has to come no matter what. She said that she doesn't feel comfortable driving in the snowy conditions, and I told her she'll be fine and to leave a little early. She hung up on me and hasn't texted or said she was leaving, and the xmas begins in an hour. I don't feel good about her being upset before coming, but it's been long enough. She needs to meet these PPL before I marry my fiancé. So, AITA? Dude, it's almost the 2-year anniversary of her mom's death, and you want her to play happy families with the woman you replaced her mom with after a couple months? Yeah. YTA. Such an asshole. I'm glad you've moved on, but it sounds like your daughter is still grieving and you are shoving this woman down her throat. And cutting her off because she won't just move on your timeline? Gross. YTA. To paraphrase, she asked me to never try and force a relationship with her, and I agreed. Fiancé then repeatedly texts to build a relationship. I then cut her off financially until she speaks with fiancé. I then forbid her from coming to the wedding unless she serves in a role honoring the fiancé. I try to coerce her into attending xmas with fiancé's family. Even in bad weather, she has to come. No matter what. Did you ever truly care for your daughter, or has this all happened since you met your fiancé? If yes, then odds are your daughter feels like you are being managed and manipulated by the fiancé. If no, your daughter is missing the one parent who truly cared for her. In either event, are you prepared for your daughter to go no contact with you? And regardless, you are bullying your very own daughter. YTA. Your daughter told you she didn't want a relationship. You agreed not to try to force her to have a relationship, and now you're going back on your word. Not only that, but you've made any financial support and attendance at your wedding conditional on said forced relationship with the fiancé. That's not the way to create a relationship between your daughter and your fiancé. That's how you make your daughter want nothing to do with either of you, as you're clearly seeing now. Your late wife has only been gone for 2 years. That's not a long time when it comes to the death of a parent. It's nice that your fiancé wants a relationship with your daughter, but she's not receptive right now. Both of you need to back off until your daughter is ready to reach out herself, and be ready to accept it if that day never comes. The alternative is that all the pushing you're doing causes the relationship to break entirely. Also, why exactly are you demanding the attendance of your 23-year-old daughter at Christmas, no matter what? She's an adult who you have said you're no longer financially supporting, so what gives you the right to demand anything of her?